Hello again, friends. Before we get started, I want to thank the sponsor of this video. This video is brought to you by Babbel. Babbel is the #1 language learning app in the world with over 10 million subscribers worldwide. And one of the things that makes Babbel great is not only are their lessons built by over 100 language experts, but they're voiced by native speakers, not the robot. You know the voice. Yes. See. That voice? It's not that.
Tú eres Ana.
Which I think is important when learning a language. I mean, among my travels when I've gone to another country, hands down, the thing that makes me feel the connection to that place and the people the most is the language. When you're there long enough to learn the language, even if it's just please, thank you, hello, goodbye, when you're speaking with someone in their native language, you feel the connection. It's a palpable, real thing. Well, and the food. Food and language. It's a beautiful cycle of perspective and connection. It's a cycle that can start here. So click the link below to get up to 65% off your Babbel subscription. And thank you very much to Babbel for sponsoring this video. I do appreciate it. Or muchas gracias. That's better. All right, now let's talk about the new episode of The Office. Be honest with me, how many people said that? How many people made that joke at the beginning of their WandaVision video this week? A lot, I'm thinking. So in terms of the television show within the television show, but to them, it's not a television show. It's a television show within reality. We have hit full Office. Even the intro was The Office. I mean, it was different than The Office in that under pressure, Ice Ice Baby kind of way. And as always, spoiler alert for this episode of WandaVision, that would be WandaVision episode 7. So after last week, the hex, the bubble reality expanded to save Vision from getting vaporized. And people in my comment section, I didn't even think about it. People were like, ooh, can you imagine if that was a human and their bits were getting sucked back? I was like, I didn't even think about that. I just kind of like kept it to Vision because it's like, oh, he's linked to that reality in a way that's just, it pulls him back in. But yeah, imagine if a civilian left. Be like a Ren and Stimpy episode, you know, where it's like the skin folds back, you see the brain in the skull. Yeah, that would scar the children. I found it interesting that all the sword agents are clowns. Is that Marvel Studios trying to say something? Wanda trying to say something? Or Agatha trying to say something? Government agents becoming clowns? To all individual agents out there, it's not, I don't have anything against you. It's just the government part. Clowns. But the reveal of reveals was actually it was a lot of reveal really fast in this episode. Wanda's like, where are the kids? And Agatha's like, oh, they're probably sleeping. At this point, we all knew something was up with Agatha. Or Agnes. Well, her real name's Agatha, but she's been Agnes. She goes down to the basement. I can only describe this place. If Constantine and Zatanna had a fuck pad for the amusement of Mephisto, who had a collar around his neck, and that collar was on a leash being held by Trigon. It's this place. This place was just, it just looks like every dungeon of witchcraft you've ever heard about. So now that I said it, I'm wondering, would Trigon be holding the leash of Mephisto, or would Mephisto be holding the leash of Trigon? Marvel DC fans, go. Keep it civil. I know I crossed lore. That's what we do here. It's like that whole thing is like, who would win in a fight? Dumbledore or Gandalf? Gandalf. So big reveal, Agnes was like, I'm actually Agatha Harkness. Which is funny because this whole new intro happens with her, this whole jingle. It was like, oh, Agatha Harkness, you didn't see her coming, you didn't notice her or something like that. I was like, I don't know. A lot of people in my comment section definitely called Agatha Harkness when I was going on my theories of Liv Octavius. Like with the confidence of 1,000 suns, people called it. So, I mean, it wasn't not obvious to some people. So we have who, what, when, where. Don't necessarily know why or how, unless the how is, well, because magic, of course, but why? At that point, some of the running theories are, well, the more Wanda does, the more she expands this thing, the more magic she manipulates. Agatha's basically sapping energy from her, sapping magic for some odd reason. I don't know if it's charging her like a battery. It basically sounds like what Reverse Flash was doing in Flash. Also, I'd like to know why TV shows. Like, what's the deal with TV shows? Why is it sitcoms? Did Agatha do that? Because she was like, I don't know. It's neat. Or did Agatha make a bubble and then Wanda was like, well, I'm gonna do shows. I don't know. It's neat. Either way, I'd like a good reason for it to happen. We'll see if they give that. But now that the proverbial cat is out of the bag, is that gonna keep going? Or is it like, nope, we're breaking the TV show thing and that's not happening anymore, and what's gonna happen to this hex, this bubble reality? Don't know. One thing I do know, I really love Monica Rambeau, which when she clawed her way through the threshold, you start seeing some things happening with her too. That's not why I like her. I like her because she's just she's a fucking awesome hero, you know? She has that hero mentality. She has faith in Wanda. She's constantly trying to get to Wanda. She's not writing Wanda off as just this lost cause like some of her superiors are. But it doesn't matter. I gotta save Wanda, you know? She has that hero spirit. But yeah, good episode. Fast reveal at the end. That reveal could have been stretched out for an entire episode in and of itself. But it's coming to a head, and I can see an ending of this whole thing where we all just kind of weep with Wanda, because behind this whole like magical powerful being is a person who just wants the happiness that she had with her boyfriend for those 2 years that they stole. That's sad. All right, so WandaVision episode 7. Have you seen it? What do you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.